Nintendo's E3 Direct is right around the corner, and with that, we should be expecting some pretty big announcements. But rather than discuss the games we already know will be at the Direct, let's talk about some of the wildcard games we could see revealed. Now, with 2020 behind us, all of the gray skies, bad news, and storm clouds can all move aside because we need some sunshine in our life, and who better to bring that to us than everyone's favorite plumber, Mario. Now, I was gonna leave it up for a guess, but I'm sure by now you guys know what game I'm talking about, and that is a new Super Mario Sunshine game, or Super Mario Sunshine 2. It has been roughly 19 years since we have seen Mario throw on his flood and help cleanse the island of Delfino. Super Mario Sunshine is critically acclaimed by fans and critics alike, scoring close to a perfect score from nearly all sources. With Microsoft and Sony in full swing at the point of launch, it was a great title to allow Nintendo to get their homeboy suited up and ready to take on the next-gen consoles. So thankfully, all hope might not be lost for this game. We did see it come bundled with Super Mario All-Stars, which was the bundle with Super Mario 64 and Super Mario Galaxy. Could this be Nintendo prepping us for another long vacation in the sun? With E3 right around the corner, we might just be heading back to Delfino. A new F-Zero game for the Nintendo Switch. What happens when you combine speed, thoughts of the future, and some high-octane music? You get the one and only F-Zero X, of course. Originally released for the Nintendo 64 in '98 with an expansion in 2000, this is yet another title that has seemed to be lost in time. Shigeru Miyamoto said it the best: it's not possible to measure how fast your car can go in F-Zero X, but it's possible about 1000 kph, possibly the fastest racing game ever for a home system. With a quote like that, is it possible that the F-Zero X franchise simply broke through the light barrier? Who knows, maybe in a long lost universe, Captain Falcon and all of the racers are still flying strong on Big Blue. With the fun and games aside, F-Zero X was taken in very well by fans, mainly for its speed and still maintaining good frame rate. The overall visuals needed to take a hit, but when you're moving at that speed, you can't really take your eyes off of the course to look at a pretty shooting star. We'll keep that one for Rainbow Road. With the talks of a Switch Pro being rumored, I think an F-Zero X2 or just a new F-Zero game, it would be able to make up for its lack of lower graphics on past systems. Just think about how cool it would be to potentially create your own racer, your kart, your track, throw it in an online multiplayer, and we could have ourselves something really special. Now, my next wildcard game reveal is a new 3D Donkey Kong game similar to Donkey Kong 64. He is the leader of the bunch, and you know him well, at least we all used to. Donkey Kong 64 was released holiday season of '99. No longer did you have to side scroll and jump on the heads of upright walking gators. Heck, you didn't even have to play Donkey Kong the entire game. I'm not sure about you guys, but this style of game took me by storm. It felt like I was playing a good old adventure game, but with a little something extra. For the first time, you could actually be inside of the jungle where DK and his buddies explored. Each themed area kept my attention and had me wanting to find all of the bananas and hidden gems. If you grew tired of single player or had some family and friends over, this title also offered up to 4-person multiplayer, which was made up of a deathmatch and a last man standing mode. With all of the news as of recent of a new Donkey Kong game being developed that's a 2.5 dimensional game, I really hope those rumors aren't correct, because I for one would love a new 3D Donkey Kong game that is a platformer like Donkey Kong 64. Next up is a new Mario Kart game, or as I would love, a Mario Kart Double Dash 2. I'm a firm believer in don't fix what isn't broken. However, with a title like this one, all of the rules can fly out of the cart. Mario Kart has always been a fan favorite from Nintendo, ranging from the SNES through to the handhelds and finally back on the hybrid. This will forever be a title that Nintendo will hold on to and make sure that fans are pleased. Mario Kart Double Dash released on the Nintendo GameCube in 2003, which makes it the 4th installment of the franchise and allowed for up to 16 players. Co-op was finally added to the game and allowed for even more teamwork and strategy, and some ruined friendships, I'm sure. This was also the first game in the franchise that allowed for LAN play. Gathering enough friends to max out the full 16-player cap might be tough these days, but with Nintendo hinting at a pretty impressive Switch Online update, who knows what the future can hold for one of my favorite racing games of all time. As much as I would love to see a Nintendo Kart or Mario Kart 9 at E3, I would really love to see a Mario Kart Double Dash 2 announcement. And with each Nintendo Switch having 2 controllers, it would make even more sense to have a Double Dash 2. For the next E3 wildcard, we need a new Star Fox game. Sometimes even space pilots need to land on the ground and hunt dinosaurs every once in a while, right? Wait, what? For this next one, although both games are vastly different, but they do share one thing in common: Fox McCloud. Yes, I'm talking about Star Fox 64 and Star Fox Adventures. One centered around space and the other getting lost in a jungle and battling very very large and mean reptiles. Slap the two of them together and you would have one awesome game. I think everyone agrees that Fox and his buddies deserve a sequel or a new game. Seeing that it's been 19 years since we have heard from any of them, I can only imagine the space tales they could tell. Next up, we have Nintendo Land 2. Personally, I have to say I love the idea of games coming with these systems on the day of their launch. It gives the player a chance to test out all of the new features, get comfy holding their new controller, and potentially hype them up for a better gaming experience. Nintendo Land would have to be the favorite from past bundles. All of Nintendo's heroes were there on your first day to help guide you through your first quest with a brand new system. If Nintendo took this game and added a little bit of extra TLC, the opportunities could be endless, especially with a new game for the Nintendo Switch. Next up is a reveal that we most likely will get, but probably not for a while, and that is a sequel to Super Mario Odyssey. It goes without saying that this game deserves a sequel. It delivered on everything that Nintendo shines on when it comes to the man, the myth, the legend known as Mario. From the moment of launching the game to the final sequence and cutscene, there was never a dull moment. Level design was spot on, themed like their past games, but with a much larger and almost an open world feel, a soundtrack that paired perfectly with each level, stunning visuals that at times would have me looking around rather than saving the princess. Maybe Bowser does work in mysterious ways. Either way, a new Mario Odyssey or a sequel to this game is inevitable, and it would be the absolute wild card announcement for this year's E3 of 2021. Now, some other announcements that I would love to see is obviously Diddy Kong Racing, a new Yoshi's Island, Eternal Darkness, Sonic Colors, or at least just a new Sonic game, and last but not least, a new Wario World game. Now, it's worth mentioning that a lot of these reveals are kind of bold predictions and the wild cards that I doubt we'll see, and even just creating this video was pretty tough because, well, it's Nintendo. We grew up with some of these games, and although we will always see Mario, Kirby, Yoshi, DK, and the rest of the crew at least once a year, the thoughts of what's going on in the world that I had just beat and stored away will always linger. Well, guys, that is going to wrap it up with this video. What game do you want to see revealed at E3 that is a wild card and just a bold prediction? Thanks for watching. This has been Wes, and I will talk to you on the next video.